Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We have lots of hype going on already. So, everybody's favorite Tuesday night entertainment is back in action. That's right. The pro class is at it here this evening. We got round two of our Roving Island World Tour 2's North American edition. And well, we rolled last night with our AM class, and what a fantastic race our AM class put on for us last night. And well, these are the pros, so this should be a pretty groovy race, I would think, tonight. Welcome in, of course, is presented by DDR, D-Dot Racing, partnered with LWR and DMJ Vroom Room. That's right, they're never gone, ladies and gentlemen. They're always around. We love them guys over there. And I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, family-friendly broadcast, so definitely don't be scared to let the kids watch. We promise we will say only nice things. All right, so we got one of our drivers, our Pro-Am class drivers, who's up for tomorrow's race, sitting in the chat saying he is ready with his dry eraser board. He is ready to take some notes. Fantastic. All right, so we are over in the United States here this evening, and we are on Michelin Road Atlanta. It's a real-world circuit. It's a tarmac surface, and only appears in the new Gran Turismo 7 platform. Corey coming in with the thumbs up. Pete coming in with the thumbs up. We also had Chris Reeves coming in with the thumbs up, and Ian Travers coming in with the thumbs up, and the share as well. PD with the share as well. Much love. Appreciate all that support here, everybody. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling here. So it's a dicey little racetrack. It looks like a chicken leg. That's the general consensus we get from the sim racing community. That's right, a chicken leg. But a really great racetrack. It's a short racetrack. It's a very technical racetrack. It's a compromise of several difficult sectors in a very small space. So we'll get a little more into detail about that here in just a moment's time. For now, let's break down what we have in store for everybody here this evening. Our general series settings is qualifying is always the same as racing conditions. Tonight, qualifying will be 4 times tire and 4 times fuel consumption. They can use whichever tire it is that they choose to qualify on. Lobby opens up at, of course, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the drivers to start to warm up, and then qualifying drops in 7 minutes at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time here. That is Monday through Wednesday for all 3 of our classes here this series. BOP is on, tuning's prohibited, boost is off, grid start with a false start check, and slipstream is real. Mechanical damage in the series is heavy. They start with a full tank of fuel. There is no driving aids with the exception of traction control and the anti-lock braking system. Grip on the track edge is real, and overtaking system is on default, and the drivers must use the mandatory tire for a minimum of 2 laps. So a full out lap, a full circuit lap, and then they can come in and an in lap essentially and change those tires. Tonight, all 3 racing tires are available to the drivers: our racing hards, our racing mediums, and our racing soft tires. However, the only 2 required tonight are the racing medium and the racing soft tires. So the hard is there if the drivers choose to use it, but not mandatory here tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see if somebody takes that route. And our penalty settings here for the series, of course, ghosting is turned off. Our slips, our shortcut penalty, pardon me, is weak. Our pit window, our pit line penalties are turned on. All our flag rules apply here as well. What else do we got there? The basics. All right, so it is round 2 here at Road Atlanta. I can't read it, I'm not going to lie. It's a little tiny on my 4 little eyes here. So it says the date is May 20th. Of course, that was when the UK ran this exact same race, about 2 months ahead of us here. So qualifier of 15 minutes to start our race off here tonight. It's a 50-minute endurance. So instead of the 2 sprint races like we saw in week 1, we're in for the long haul here tonight for 50 minutes. Again, that required tire is the medium and the soft. Yes, of course we can. You betcha, Lucas. And the weather is SO2, dry and pleasant, a little cloudy, and we're at sunset, so we're going to see a little night driving here at Road Atlanta tonight as well. So let's go Apex, baby. Hey, we'll reset the lobby here in about 2 or 3 minutes time, Lucas. That's no problem. All right, let's talk about the track. Road Atlanta. Spicy little meatball this one is. 2.52 mile track, 4.06 clicks. It has 12 left to right hand turns. Again, it's a real world circuit with a tarmac surface, and it has 125 foot in elevation change from its lowest point to its highest point. The real tricky part of this racetrack is outside of turn 1, which is the uphill S's here, and that's a very difficult sector coming right out of a high-speed turn 1 corner. And then the second difficult sector is right at the end of the lap on the top right-hand side of the screen, turns 10A, 10B, and 11. That chicane leading into that uphill subtle right-hander leading into turn 12. It has a huge amount of elevation change and really can upset these racing Group 3 cars quite quickly. So we've seen it a few times in the AM division last night, or again may see that here in our Pro division as well. And of course our electronic enforcement penalty serving zone, our EEPSZ, is right where that yellow big box is, right in the top center of the screen. That's where the drivers will be forced to serve any time limit infraction penalties, pit line penalties handed out by race control here this evening. So just a little bit about the track, of course, that the drivers are up against here tonight. So we were going to reset that lobby for our drivers. And then we're going to get ready to do some qualifying here today. So again, it's going to be a 15-minute qualifier start. And then we'll set that off with a 50-minute race here tonight. Oh, I have to set a whole new lobby here. Alright, are we ready? We're going to shut this lobby right down. So what we've been trying to do is let the lobby size dictate how many drivers we have will dictate how big, of course, the lobby is. And that's just to try to avoid having any unregistered drivers coming in, of course, to the race here tonight. What that does is it creates a little bit of, well, lag spiking and a few other issues that, of course, the game still has going on with it. So get ready, chat. It'll be up in about a minute's time. The drivers will take about another 2 to 3 minutes to get in, and we'll be rocking and rolling here. So we just got to make one adjustment there. Good. And one adjustment there, and one adjustment at the bottom. All right. Lobby is back up. So we had to close the lobby down in order to change the grid number, which is unfortunate that we have to absolutely shut the whole lobby down, but that's all right. The lobby's been up for about 40 minutes, so it's time for a brand new, fresh reset lobby here anyways. We'll get the drivers stacked up, and we'll get some qualifying underway. Let's go Apex, baby. How we doing? How we doing? Everybody, Nolander is clearly a pork chop. Howdy, my guy. It's not a chicken leg. It's a drum. It's a pork chop. Maybe we gotta put maybe we gotta put a poll up. Hey, is Road Atlanta a drumstick or a pork chop? Alright, so we got 14 drivers on grid here tonight. We have 3 drivers not able to make it here tonight, and 1 has resigned from the series, and 1 has just qualified in to our Pro Division lobby here tonight. So we do have a new racer here in Pro Class tonight, and it is VPR Black Widow, showing as PX7 Black Widow on the screen. She's now a part of Victory Pace Racing here, and she's going to come in, and her and Miss Devious are going to try and put some pressure here on these Pro Tier drivers. So spice it up this Pro Class lobby with 2 extremely fast, efficient racing ladies with our other 13 racing gentlemen here in this Pro Class. So we love to see it, and I assure you they will have their gloves off when that green flag goes down. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch here. We are missing Risky Replicant tonight, we're missing Kanji Club tonight, and we are missing Bo Snipe, and we're missing one other. Who's the other? Petrolhead. Petrolhead. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Joe, my guy? Finally a notification that you're live. Hey, they're finally starting to work. Nice. Alright, we do have SV Paymay coming back in here too tonight. He is had to step out full time, but still in the reserve list. And lo and behold, we had a spot open tonight. So it was like he said, it was like the Fast and Furious 2 for all of us Fast and Furious fans out there. He got the call from Tej. Hey, can you race? You got 4 minutes. That's kind of how that went down today. So Paymay in the house. He's gonna come in and give these drivers a good push here too as well. So we know all these pro class drivers are fast. 50 minutes, 4 times tires, 4 times fuel. At the pace that these drivers drive, I can't even predict what we're about to see for strategy. I would assume a 2-stop is going to be in play for this division as well, especially with the pace of these drivers. But you know, the pro drivers never ever cease to amaze us. So hey, it looks like we're ready to go here. We got all our drivers in. We just need everybody to check in here. So rock and roll. Oh, we lost one. All right, so we're just gonna sit tight here for a minute. I think we got one resetting some equipment, so we'll hold qualifying off here for just a couple of minutes. As Black Widow has bounced out for a minute, so we'll just be sitting tight here. So this is one of the lobbies that does not have our live in-race control in it. We just figured that the pros can handle the situations at hand. However, we did have a little bit of an issue with myself, the host, missing a definite red flag call. After a long, lengthy review and investigation from the GT45 Gaming administrative staff, we definitely determined that a red flag was missed in the second sprint race in that pro division last week. So we definitely need to be a lot more alert here on my end. So we've refreshed ourselves with the hosting / race control duties here at GT45 Gaming, and we're not going to miss another one this season is the plan here. We don't want to have to eliminate a spot out of this class in order to put a race control official in, so that would suck. I mean, what do you do there, right? In the words of Uncle Ray Ray, welcome to the madhouse. Please do not feed the inmates. All right, so we're just, like I said, we're just giving Black Widow a couple more minutes here to, I believe, I would assume is resetting equipment. So it takes a couple of minutes, so we'll let her get all that sorted out. Let's go VPR, says Blaine. Hey, Scott coming in there with the share of the stream as well. Joe with the like. Nolander Gaming coming in with the like on the stream there as well a few minutes ago. Appreciate all that support. Corey coming in with that like. I think we caught that one, but we'll say it again just because we don't want to miss anybody. We're just going to go take a little peek at everything here while we're waiting. I know you're looking at boring Road Atlanta loop, right? Well, that's alright. We'll get you to the action soon enough here, ladies and gentlemen. Nolander coming in with the multiple shares too. Appreciate that, my guy. Absolute legend TDC Gaming coming with the share as well. Multiple shares. All my alerts aren't 100% coming up, but they're trying. They're trying. Window wheel may have died. Alright, thanks Jake. Appreciate the update. Sorry, we can wait for a couple minutes here. Is she in communication with you, Jake? Alright, we're just checking on everything, making sure we know what is going on. Alright, so we're just waiting for confirmation from the driver whether or not she's going to be able to get in today. It would be absolutely devastating if she was unable to race all of a sudden last minute like that. That would be absolutely, that would be horrible. That would be horrible. Thanks, Ghost, for being a great commentator, Misty, and all the staff for all the hours and dedication that you all put in. Fantastic job you guys are doing. Hey, we appreciate you, Blaine. Really do appreciate you. Yeah, administration staff especially really loves to hear that stuff, so thank you very much for that comment. We really appreciate you. Absolute legend, my guy. Aaron coming in with the thumbs up. Edward coming in with that thumbs up as well. How you doing, Edward? Hope you're doing fantastic, my dude. Alright, so we're giving a little extra time here for one of our drivers. He's having a equipment failure issue here, so we're just trying to get that sorted out, and as soon as we have that sorted out, we'll get qualifying underway here, ladies and gentlemen. So of course I do apologize for the delay, but hey, that's racing. Alright, apparently I had 0 bit rate there for a minute from YouTube. It is very sketchy, isn't it? Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, we'll see if we can get the mic to stay more constant here. I think that's where the audio bitrate issue is coming from. Alright. Alright, we are going to have to get this thing going here in about 4 minutes time. We do have some drivers from the UK. It's super early in the morning there for these drivers, so I want to get this thing going for everybody here. Just trying to reset. Okay, appreciate you, Jake. Alright, well, let's break down our week 1 pro class. I mean, we seen the highlight video at the beginning of the stream there. That was just some of the best moments and not so best moments from our pro division last night. Bits and pieces of the red flag that were missed were in that highlight video. I'm sure you could pick them out, especially for our drivers that were involved in the race. But, you know, a huge shout out to drivers. Even though it was missed, you know, they just did what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to continue on racing, not slow down, not make any judgment on their own. They're supposed to just continue doing what we're here to do, and that's to race down the track, and that's what they did. And at the end of the day, you know, they all settled where they settled, and then again we had to make sure we did a full race review. So we just want fair, safe racing for our drivers. So we definitely did make a mistake, and that's on me. But, you know, huge shout out to drivers just doing the right thing and just keeping the race going and keeping the action happening. Let's go, Lucas. All right, sounds good, Jakey. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad she's got it all sorted out here. Hopefully everything's working. Hello, Race World. Have you missed me? Oh, you know we've missed you, Kilty. Missed you shaking that little GTR bottom around the racetrack. Come on now. Alright, so we have had 2 drivers make car changes here in our pro division this week as well. So we have left the option open for the drivers to make a car change, but there is a stipulation. There is a huge but attached to that car change here in the series. If the drivers opt to make that car change at any point in the season, they will give up all points earned with that car up until the point that they change the car and start back from 0. So we did make that announcement at the end of last week's round for all of the divisional drivers here from all 3 classes, and a couple of those pros have actually opted to jump on that early, and that's probably a good call. If you jump on it early, you still have lots of time to gain that ground. I don't think we're going to get to see Black Widow race here tonight. That is really unfortunate. She's still having an issue here. Alright, we'll throw you around here. We'll get you up on the big screen. Get you something to take a little peek-sees at here while we get this little situation sorted out. I'll let you take a look at where everybody's at here so far in the warm-up. Normally the drivers don't run around and warm up once we're ready to start qualifying, but because of the delay for a driver, we've, you know, we just let it go. So we got our round 2 race winner from last week, IT43 from D-Dot Racing here. Well, currently the fastest on the track right now in the practice session. I'll keep the car I've got. It's treating you good. Hey, Christian coming in with that thumbs up on the stream as well. Kilt coming in with the thumbs up. Much love, everybody. Alright, we're gonna have to make a call here. We have to get this race going for everybody. So, is she trying one more time? What's going on, Mr. Jake? Alright. Do apologize for the delay, everybody, but again, we do believe in fair racing here, so we want to give everybody the fair opportunity to make sure that they can get in. So, let's go. Hashtag DDR. Hey, lots of people up at the house here today. We appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. We're at 23 current live viewers here right now based off my screen. So, welcome in, everybody. And we are going to get this thing underway very shortly. So, appreciate everybody just hanging in there. And, well, hopefully everybody's week has started off good. It's Tuesday, so the Monday Blues are over now. Of course, you know, AM Division helping that a lot too. Last night with a great race here at Royal Atlanta. Of course, 3 drivers, not 2 drivers, ending up with in behind pit wall at this race, and 1 driver having a little bit of a mechanical issue, but they managed to get that car back out. So we'll see how our pros manage with these race cars here today. We need to get another podium this week. Hey. Alright, so we do have an in-race official here, essentially, which is Apex Sim Racing's Jakey, of course, one of the administration staff here at the page as well, one of the main members here behind the series, behind the scenes as well. So we're just checking with him before we fire this off to make sure everything is good to go. We want to give her fair shot here. We don't have any game sound, do we, chat? We better fix that. There it is. There's that beautiful racing sounds, eh? There's the sound of that GTR zipping and ripping around the racetrack. We got Streeter Tom, who's now fastest in practice currently. Lucas is sitting there in second right now. Mischievous is sitting there behind in fourth here. So we're just waiting for confirmation, chat, and then we'll get this thing going. Should probably keep my eye on the Discord. That's what I should be doing. Alright, I don't have any word here, so I think we're gonna have to start this thing, chat. No game sound, hard to hear you, but I am on the bus right now, though. Oh, yeah. I just had, we'll make that adjustment on the mic in just a second here. Alright. There we go, that's probably better. We just had an extra filter turned on there. For some reason. Not sure why it was there, but now it's there. Now it's not. Alright, we're gonna leave the lobby here. We do need to get this thing going here, so let's go see what our situation is. Looks like a Cursed has left now as well. What is going on? Alright. We got one more driver just coming back in here. We got Black Widow up in the house here now. Now we're waiting for ATK. We just lost a Cursed. Hold on, Jake. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Alright, sounds good, Nolander. Appreciate you, my guy. We're having some equipment malfunctions on some driver's parts here tonight. We'll give the Curse some time to get back into the room here too. I was just about to start it and I realized we're missing one of our ATK Motorsports drivers here, so give him a second here. At the moment he's readied up, we're getting this thing in here. YouTube as well, you got on both. Oh, hey, love that. Look at that. Double action coming from the Nolander household. There we go. Alright, there's all our drivers. Let's get something happening here before something bad happens. Alright. Alright, that's the way it is when we do online racing. Of course, we are on a sim racing platform, so we're at the mercy of the servers. It is what it is. You know, if it's not the stream, it's one of the poor drivers having an issue with equipment. You know, it just never fails, right? But that's all right. You know, we have time. We're ready to go. We'll get moving and grooving here now. It's qualifying. We're not starting a race here, anyways. Oh, we cannot. Who? Oh, oh. Alright. Alright. I hope everything is A-okay here. Alright, let's see what happens here. She's in. She's in. She's in. Alright. Let's start this thing before anything else happens, shall we? Alright, chat. Let's get to qualifying. Thanks for everybody's patience. We do apologize for the slight delay here, but hey, you know, we wouldn't be human if something wasn't going wrong, I suppose, right? All right. Let's get to qualifying. 15 minutes on the clock here for our pro class this evening, and then we'll follow that up with a 50-minute endurance race here at Road Atlanta. Medium and soft racing tires here are required. Hashtag Team Rad, let's go. 14 says ATV. A lot of pros. Oh yeah, go Larry. Yeah, we have all three reserves in action here tonight as well, so we're actually missing some of our full-time drivers here tonight, but again, we do get to see VPR's Black Widow make her debut here tonight in the pro class as well, so definitely looking forward to seeing what she's got here. She looked very good in qualifying, as I was one of the administrators that ran her qualifying run over the weekend, and definitely look forward to seeing what she's got come race day here today. So she's had a couple of days to get practice up. She's gonna have to get familiar with the drivers real quick and the pace of this lobby real quick, but I think she's gonna handle it like a pro. That's why she's in the pro class. Nick, coming out that thumbs up. Hope you're doing fantastic, my dude. How are you and the fam jam doing? And speaking of, we got Black Widow right here rolling in this Genesis. So the Genesis is her pick here today, and love the message on the back bumper there as well. So got the Xbox livery going here on the car, digging it, looking good. And we haven't seen a Genesis picked here yet this series as well, so we love seeing the different cars picked here in the series. We have a couple of Honda NSXs out on the track here as well. Doug Bro, one of our reserve drivers, is in the Honda NSX. Tom the Tech has went from BRZ to the Honda NSX as well, so he's given up round 1 points there. And who else? Apex Sim Racing's Tattooed Freak changing from the Jaguar F-Type to the Lexus RCF as well. So wasn't very comfortable, or something didn't feel right with that Jaguar, and opting to change that. So again, early on to change that is not a bad idea. We got Apex Sim Racing's already heard here out 4th, Bar 27 out 5th, Tattooed Freak out 6th, we got Tom the Tech out 7th. ATK Motorsports Accursed out 8th, we got IT43 out 9th, we got Miss Devious here out in 10th, we've got Payme out in 11th, and Ferrari, is that a Ferrari? No, that is a Aston. Aston Martin. We got Jakey here in 12th place, we've got Lucas in 13th, and Dirty Harry in 14th place in Victory Pace Racing. So a full load here tonight again. For the race here tonight. So Sub's getting in and earning some points here tonight as well. She's quick but not sure for Carl beating too much fuel. Love that livery of Black Widows, very well done. Hey, got some quick fans up in the house here already. Alright, so let's see what she's got as she comes around here. It's a 119.4 coming from Black Widow. Streeter Tom's going to jump up into pole position. Doug's going to take 2nd place. Let's see what Larry Birch has is good enough for 3rd. Bar 27 and Tattooed Freak coming around. Tattooed's going to jump up into 5th. Bar's going to stay in 6th, and see what Tom the Tech has as he comes around from Flying Fox Racing. Is good enough to jump up into 7th. We got IT43 from DDR coming around here, and looks like Payme got around him there in 11th as well. So Payme, not sure where he jumped up in there. IT43 staying in 11th, making a mistake there. We got Jakey coming around right. Nope, we don't have Jakey coming around right now. IT43 sitting in 12th currently. Dirty Harry, 4th place drive for him on that first lap. So 15 minutes, we're going to see like 9-10 laps around this racetrack from these pros at their pace. So they're going to have lots of time to really home in that good lap. So it's a 118.488 from Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom. Well, Lucas 36 is right there, and behind was a 118.581. Doug Bros right there with a 119.050. Dirty Harry with a 119.128. Larry Birch's first lap was a 119.194. Accursed 119.3. Black Widow a 119.48. Miss Devious a 120.1. Tattooed a 120.4. Payme with a 120.6. We got Tom the Tech with a 122.1, Bar 27 with a 22.8, IT with a 25.4, and Jakey went into pit lane, so he's going to be running a couple of laps here before he actually gets a reported time, and we've seen him do this last week, so this might again be by design here by Apex Sim Race's Jakey. Alright, a 118.77 coming from ATK's Occurs, still sitting there in 4th place. It's still Streeter Tom here holding down provisional pole position. Black Widow jumps up into 2nd place there with a 118.527. Splitting hairs now are these drivers, and Lucas 36 comes back with responses. Okay, I'll take pole, 118.122. See what you guys got about that. So it is on here again in week 2 in this qualifying run, and it was super insanely close in week 1. Our top, I think, 13 drivers were separated by a second. out of 15 drivers. That is extremely quick. We got Miss Devious here with 118.809 as well. Currently 7/10 off of the pole sitter. Doug Burrows right here, he's got a 119.3. Dirty Harry's at a 119.1, still sitting at 7th with 119.1. Got Larry Birch here in 8th place, and he is up just a smidgen here. Let's stick with Larry Birch here as he comes up into turns 10, 10A, and 10A, 10B, and 11. So the chicane is 10A and 10B, where we're just going through now. This is turn 11, and very difficult turn, super elevated here. Probably the highest point of elevation on the racetrack is in turn 11 there, and it's going to be a 119.2, so it was not an improvement there for Larry. So where are we on the track here? Oh, we got a spinner out just out in front of Streeter Tom here, and it looks like that car has cleared themselves. ATK Cursed IT43 just comes through. He jumps up into 4th place here after that lap of 118.688, and oh boy, we're going to see some close times here, I think, again tonight. Miss Devious has jumped up into 6th place here. We got Doug in 7th, we got Dirty Harry in 8th, we got Larry in 9th, we've got Tattooed in 10th position, we've got Tom the Tech in 11th, Paymay here in 12th, and just hasn't put in that perfect lap yet. We know he has had very little practice. He just got the call today as well, so he'll definitely sort it out, I'm sure. And Jake is finally on a flying lap here. Yes, he moves all the way up into 2nd place there with that lap, so that was a 118 flat by Apex Sim Races Jakey, which means Lucas is our first driver to dip into the 17s. There's a 117.747 here for Lucas 36 in that Ford GTLM race car. Let's go, Miss D. I heard you got a no assist award. Yeah, there's a trophy for driving with no assist for, like, what is it, 10 laps or something like that, and surviving. Apex Jakey here in 2nd. He's pulling out of the way here, so he must have bottled up his lap a little bit. He's letting Streeter Tom go through. He's got a penalty. Black Widow's dropping down back into 5th place here. A Curse moves up into P3 with that last time around, a 118.345. We have a race in our hands tonight. A 118.539 from the DDR's IT43, and that still only keeps him in 6th place. We got Larry Birch here in 7th currently. We got Miss Devious down into 8th here at the moment. We got Doug in 9th. We've got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We've got Freak in 11th, and I think that was just a bail right there, as he knew Tom was right in behind. Tom is ripping right now through those S's. Looked like he got a great exit through turn 1. Paymay's currently sitting in 13th, and Bar 27 having a rough run here. The 22.8 right now is his best lap, but again, some of these drivers might just be emptying the fuel tank in these cars right now, man. The battle has begun. What's up, GT45? Just want to say your comments are the truth. Yo, hey, we appreciate you, my guy. We appreciate all that, everybody. We really do appreciate you. We're a little shy when it comes to that kind of thing, but we do appreciate all the huge support coming in from the community on the commentary. We really do. But hey, you know what? I can't do it without the great racing provided to me on the screen as well. So huge credit to the drivers and everybody else behind the scenes that makes it happen on the other end of it. ATK Curse currently sitting in 3rd place, and I mean, Lucas 36 is flying here. And this guy was just in mid-Ohio on Sunday, racing for real, and drove 24 hours across the United States of America to get home to make sure he could make round 2 Road Atlanta here tonight for the Pro Class. This guy's dedicated right here, currently showing some pace. Jakey in 2nd and Kirsten 3rd. We got Streeter Tom coming into pit lane here. We got Black Widow out. She's still sitting in 5th. We got DDRIT. He's changed some tires up, getting some fresh rubber on for the last few minutes of qualifying here. We're still in 6.5 minutes remaining. Got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Larry just jumping up ahead of Miss Devious there by less than a 10th. Miss Devious here in 9th, and she's coming out on some fresh tires. We got Doug here in 10th. He just came out of pit lane. So you see the drivers now. They got some less fuel loads in these cars, and now they're going to go put some fresh tires on, and I suspect we're going to see these times go even faster yet. So let's wait and find out. This should be fun. Let's jump on board with Lucas. 36 here, our provisional pole sitter here, as he starts his flying lap after that out lap after his pit change. So let's sit with our provisional pole sitter here currently as we come around turn 1, and then we got to move over to the right side just a little bit and set up for this blind set of S's. It's uphill and then it's downhill with a huge hard 90-degree right-hand corner, high speed there. You see almost 90 miles an hour taking that corner, so it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of commitment up through this sector to really maximize on it. Here on the brake mid corner, you really want to throw the car in, try to avoid the slide, and you can't take full exit there. It looks like there's lots of runoff there, but full exit there will 100% cost you in a track limit penalty. So 2 of those left tires need to stay on the inside of that white line on the track, as that is technically track edge. So you can see there he made a mistake, he balled it up. You can see him just warming his tires up here, but it's still a virtual lap around the racetrack there. So we just come through the double apex 180-degree corner here, and it takes us up the longest straight stretch of the racetrack here at Road Atlanta. And you can see he's just scrubbing those tires in right now. He's getting ready for another flyer. So welcome back, Lucas 36. Alright, we'll see you when you get home, Kilty. Alright, so coming into 10A and 10B, you can see here you got to really float it out, and it takes commitment. It's a little blind uphill, downhill swing here to the right, and then you've really got to commit to this curb to really get a nice tidy exit here on lap 1. We're going to jump out of Lucas's car here, and we're going to go keep an eye on what's happening around the racetrack. We got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here. Still sitting 3/10 in behind our current pole sitter right now. Black Widow moves up into 3rd position with a 118.11. ATK Curse is sitting in 4th, and he looks like he's content with the lap he's put down here. We've got Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom sitting in 5th currently. We've got DDR's IT43 in 6th. He did win one of the 2 sprint races last week. Got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch in 8th, with Miss Devious from 10 Tenths Racing here in 9th. We've got Doug Barrow from Team Rad in 10th position. We've got Tom Detect from Flying Fox Racing here in 11th. We got Apex Sim Racing's Bar 27, Apex Sim Racing's Founder Tattooed Freak, and Street Versions Paymay, SV Paymay in the house here tonight. So love to see it, love to see it. Sad he's not going to be here all season, but we love to see him getting on track with the pros here, and having some laps and having some fun with this group. Good luck, everyone. Hey, appreciate your up. The long strip of the track is the fast strip on the pork chop. Hey, that's right, that's a good spot, right? That's the tenderloin? Is that where the good meat is? 118.2 from Miss Devious there. We got Black Widow with a 117.8, improving her time even more. So Lucas 36, what's he got? Not an improvement. Let's keep going. PX7's Black Widow improving there with a 117.8, going up into 2nd place. Paymay coming through there with a 117.9, now jumping up into 3rd place. Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here in 4th position currently. TT's Miss Devious with a 118.2, good enough for 5th place. ATK Accursed drop it down the field very quickly here all of a sudden. We got DDR IT43 here. We got Streeter Tom in 8th. We got Bar 27 in 9th. We got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We got Larry in 11th. We got Doug. He's done too. He's satisfied there. He's just going to keep it in pit lane again. One of our substitute drivers here. Tom the Tech and the Tattooed here in 14th position. So where did Bar end up there? He's somewhere up in there. Did we lose Bar? No, he's still here, right? Yeah, he just put in a 118.6. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. Anthony coming in with that thumbs up on the stream. How you doing, my guy? All the way from Australia coming in with that thumbs up. We appreciate you, my dude. Hope you're having a good morning. Hope the weather is just beautiful as well down in your part of the world, my guy. Alright, so it's Larry Birch here in 8th place. Let's see if we can find somebody getting close here. We got Lucas coming through, and he improves his time there with a 117.496. Ooh, Lucas 36 is looking real strong here, but can he manage that pace for 50 straight minutes here? 2 tires are required, the racing medium and the racing soft tires here tonight. The drivers do have the option to use the racing hards. I doubt we're going to see any one of these pro class drivers jump onto those hard tires. I suspect we're going to see 1 medium stint and 2 soft stints here, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Alright, DDR is IT43 in 9th. We got Bar 27 up in the 10th. There he is. Dirty Harry here in 11th. We got Doug in 12th. Tom the Tech here in 13th. And Freak out in 14th position. So, Miss Devious out bringing that Porsche in here as well. She's going to let that car cool down and get ready for race start. Good morning, everyone. Hey, we doing good, my guy. We doing good. Streeter Tom jumped back up into P2 here with a 117.814. So this is not over yet. We have 1 minute left in qualifying. So Lucas 36 will get one more swing at it here, and most of these drivers will basically just get to finish up the lap there on iron. Black Widow coming through. Ooh, penalty here though, so that's a negated lap. And a 1 second penalty is going to ruin the next lap, so I don't suspect we're going to see her continue to opt through here. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey, 117.965 last time around. That moved him back up into 5th. Miss Devious here in 6th. We've got ATK Cursed here in 7th. He's flashing. Oh, we got Lucas flashing the headlights here. He's on a ripper right now. I think he's trying to alert accursed of that fact here. So let's see. Let's stick with this here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And the curse is just going to bounce off the track there, let him go through. Not sure what he, I don't think he meant to spin the car. I think he just meant to get out of the way of Lucas 36 there. But of course, cold conditions and racing slicks and slippery grass usually don't relate to good things on a racetrack. So just try to get out of the way there, and the car got a little bit squirrely. All right, so we're with Jakey here, and we got DDR's IT43 in behind here right now as well. 9th place driver just off of our live timing grid here right now. And let's see what Jake has here as he comes around. This should be the final lap for this driver. Yes. It's good enough for 4th place. Does IT43 move up? No, he does not. So Apex Sim Racing's Jakey gets in there and gets a P4 on that last lap. Lucas is finished. Streeter Tom's finished. Black Widow has the 1 second penalty. Jakey's finished. Paymay is flying a flyer here still. So let's stick this. We have a few drivers coming through here right now. Let's see if we see any changes up in this top 8 here. Paymay's going to jump up into 3rd place, knocking all those drivers down. Black Widow's going to sit there in 4th place now. Jakey in 5th. We got Miss Devious in 6th. ATK's accursed here in 7th. Got Larry Birch in 8th. IT43 in 9th. We got Bar 27 in 10th. Dirty Harry here in 11th position. We got Doug Barrow in 12th. We got Tom the Tech here in 13th. And Tattooed Freak here in 14th. Well, it's 119.6 here. So, again, one of the drivers with the car changed there. So, again, having to get familiar with a different car. Not much of a different car, but definitely a different car. A little less torque than the Jaguar on the earlier end of the gears there. So it just takes a small adjustment here. But, I mean, he's a pro. He'll figure it out in no time. I appreciate that share on the stream. All right, we're going to go take a quick look at everything. Make sure everything is moving, grooving like it should be. It looks like it is now. Alright, so with about 15 minutes left of race time here today, whether you're viewing on YouTube or Facebook, we are going to have a Viewers Driver of the Day Vote Award. So I will pick 4 drivers based off of whatever criteria I decide I'm basing that off of each week. And we'll put 4 drivers' names up in the vote. And of course, you guys, the viewers, all the viewers at home and watching from wherever it is you're watching, can have your say in who gets a bonus 2 points before the end of the race here today. So that's a little bit of fun, a little bit of interaction. Hey, we love that. Wow, the Widow beat Jakey at quality. Look out, fellas. Hey, I know, alright. 17's for pole. Got some work to do, says ATD. PD's in here with his dry eraser board. So, yeah. I hope everybody's taking notes, because I think the pros are about to put on a show here tonight. Just can't shake that feeling that we are in for an absolute treat tonight. All right, so it is a Lucas 36 in pole position, and that time is a 1:17.496, 2/100ths of a second behind is Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom. From there, it's 1/10 is SV Paymay. 3/10 behind the leader is PX7's Black Widow, now VPR Black Widow. Apex Jakey is just a hair 5/100ths in behind Black Widow. Miss Devious is 3/4 of a second off pole sitter there. We got ATK Accursed just a 10th off Miss Devious, and Larry Birch just less than a 10th off of ATK Accursed. DDR's IT43 about a 10.5 off of those drivers. Bar 27 a 10th off, less than a 10th off of him. Dirty Harry is about 1.5 tenths. Doug Barrow is about 1.5 tenths. Tom the Tech is about 2 tenths. Again, car change for this driver as well. And Tattooed Freak just a little bit in behind them in there as well. But qualifying and racing, 2 completely different deals. I just want to make sure I got the right screenshot saved before we kick it. All right, so we got everything we need on my end for our standings guru. We are good to go. Alright, we're going to kick this thing as soon as these drivers are ready to go. Big screen time, and Trone, you're not slow, buddy. I know, alright? He keeps saying he's slow, but he's just messing with his division, man. He does this all season long. He messes with everybody's heads. It's Trone's thing, man. Let's go, y'all. VPR, Venom, Dirty Air, and Black Widow. Ooh, she's looking real good tonight, isn't she, folks? Alright. everybody, we ready to go? It's about to get spicy. Ooh, I can't wait. All right, let's kick it. We got 14 entered drivers. Hopefully we got 14 drivers in their rigs ready to absolutely put a show on for everybody here at home today. Welcome in, everybody. Family-friendly broadcast. If you're just tuning in, we hit 30 live viewers last night. We're sitting at 29 currently. Can we smash that tonight with our pro class here at Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition, presented by D-Dot Racing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. Kick them tires, light them fires. We're going racing, chat, and we are waiting for the green flag. Race control's happy with what they see, and we're green, and we are racing. Everybody gets off to the line, and we got 4 deep in the back, 3 deep in the back. All right, let's stick with the front of the pack here, and as we navigate through the S's, we're 3 wide coming into corner 1. Jakey just backs out. A little bit of a battle here between Pebe and Lucas, just a slight little touch. Black Widow jumps back up into 3rd place, takes advantage of that. We got Streeter Tom here in 4th. We got Jakey in 5th as we head down through the S's. So here we go. DDRIT moving up very quickly up into 6th place. We got Tom the Tech up to 7th. Bar 27 in 8th. We got Doug Barrow in 9th. We got Dirty Harry in 10th position. We've got Tattooed Freak in 11th. We've got Larry Birch in 12th. We've got Eckhurst here in 14th. And we got, Miss Devious here in 14th position with some damage. Let's take a peek here. Oh, just potential dirty air moment there maybe for Miss Devious. And we're just going to go through our field here one more time and make sure that it's just one damaged car that we're seeing. We don't want to miss a call again, chat. I take a lot of pride in what we do here, and it is unfortunate here for Miss Devious, and that's going to alter the pit strategy here slightly a little bit there with that front aero damage in this Porsche. Good luck, drivers. Let's go Axe. Black Widow is fast. I've seen it with my own eyes. Push, Larry, push. All right, it is SV Peme in the early lead, 1 second. Lucas 36 here chasing. He has Black Widow all over the rear bumper of that Ford GT right now as they come down the hill for the first time. Apex Racing Streeter Tom here in 4th position. We got Apex Racing's Jakey here in 5th. We got DDR's IT 43 here in 6th place. We've got Tom the Tech in 7th. Apex Racing's Bar 27 in 8th. We got Dirty Harry here in 9th. We got Doug Barrow in 10th. We got Tattooed Freak here in 11th position. We got Apex Racing's Larry Birch here in 12th. We got ATK's Accursed in 13th. We got Miss Devious. She's going to come in. She's going to fix that car right now. And boy, that's going to change the strategy here for this poor driver. She's going to have clean air though, so let's see what she can do with her head down here once she comes out of pit lane. Alright, it's Peme. Peme ain't looking back. He's gone like a rocket ship here in 1st place right now. 2 seconds up the road. He is not looking back. We've got Lucas 36 here in 2nd position. Black Widow here in 3rd. We got Streeter Tom here in 4th. We got Jakey in 5th. We got a nice tight pack here from 2nd to 5th place right now. And DDRIT is just right there in behind. We got Tom the Tech here. He's rolling on in on this as well as he comes down the straightaway. Bar 27 currently sitting in 8th position. He's tucked right in behind that Honda, and we got a side-by-side battle in the backfield there. Dirty Harry here in 10th position. We got Doug Barrow here now in 10th position. That was a battle between Larry Birch and Tattooed Freak we seen there, and so Larry Birch sneaking up a spot here on Tattooed Freak. We got ATK's Accursed here in 13th position, and maybe potentially him and Miss Devious got into each other a little bit there, as he's a little bit off the back of the pack here as well. So, question mark? We'll have to wait and find out. Race control obviously take a look if there's anything that needs to be looked at there after the race. Eduardo coming in with that thumbs up. Hope you're doing fantastic, my dude. But it is Peme, and he's moving right now. And well, you all can see what I can see this season. We're not hiding nothing from you. So clearly on a tire advantage here right now in this first stint. We got Lucas 36 here in 2nd place with Black Widow, and she's not letting him get anywhere. She's like, oh no, bub, we still here. We've got Streeter Tom here in 4th position. We've got Jakey here in 5th. We've got DDRIT 43 here in 6th. We've got Tom the Tech here in 7th. We got Bart 27 here in 8th. And he's just sitting nice and tidied in behind that Honda, but a little wiggle right there. And it looked like that Tom got a good little exit there, but you can see that Porsche pulling back in. Dirty Hair and the McLaren here, he's in 9th place right now, and Doug Barrow in the other Honda. It looks like Larry Birch getting spicy here as he's going to go up the inside of Doug Barrow up into the straight here. So leading into the chicane here, we got a little battle, and Doug is hanging in there with that Honda right now. Is he gonna try and hold that line? Nope, he's just gonna tuck back in for now. Again, early enough in the race here, so real need to battle super hard. He hooks that curb a little bit, but he gathers it back up. That was a good recovery there by Doug. We got Tattooed Freak here in 12th. We got Accursed in 13th. We got Miss Devious here. She's all fixed up. She is back on the road, and it's a big gap right now. So let's see what she can do here. Clean air and her head down. And she's gonna have to potentially change that strategy up a little bit. Sometimes drivers just have bad luck, and it seems like right now Miss Devious is just on the end of a little bit of tough racing luck here at the beginning of the season. You know, you can be as good as you want with the car. You can have your car set up as good as you want, but you know what happens come the green flag drop is what happens, and you just got to take it as it comes at you. So and that's what we're seeing here. ATK cursed a little bit behind the ball here a little as well, and it's hard to make up time in a lobby this quick. So let's see how those drivers manage here tonight. We got Lucas 36 in second place, Black Widow here in third place in her debut here this series as well, and looking spicy very early on. We've got Streeter Tom here in fourth place, and we've got Apex and Racing's Jakey here in fifth. So Jakey's no stranger to DMJ events, and this is a DDR presented series, but of course DMJ partnered with Mr. D.90 over there, so always got their fingers in all the great stuff, that's for sure. And with that being said, Apex and Racing's Jakey is three-time defending DMJ Choice of Weapon champion here in North America as well, so it's getting a little look at what the driver competitive field's looking like for our next Choice of Weapon series here that I'm sure is coming, I believe is coming next from DMJ. And oh boy, I think we're going to see some big things out of that series this season. We've got Larry Birch here in 10th, we've got Doug Barrow in 11th, we got Tattooed in 12th, we got Accursed in 13th, and Miss Devious here in 14th. Alright. Gotta get that headspace back into the game, and you just gotta put your head down and really start to push in that situation. So we'll see how, again, some of the drivers handle their races here tonight. Anything can happen in a race. It happened to me last night in the last 9 minutes. Facts, you know it, brother. Heartbreaker there, you know it, Kilty. Alright, so it is Paymay here, and he's flying 6.7 seconds up the road, and we still got this beautiful second to fifth place pack of cars here right now, led by Lucas 36. Again, this man has got to be tired right now. He raced all this past weekend here in mid-Ohio, drove over 24 hours across the country to get there, jumps back in his car, drives 24 hours back across the country to get back home so he can be here for race night tonight at Road Atlanta. So GG's to this guy so far, as he is looking solid, but boy, newcomer Black Widow is all over Lucas 36 right now. It is like a fly on the wall as she is just giving him a little push coming around that corner, like, okay bub, come on. And there she goes. She's going to go up the inside into turn one. Can she get the position coming into the corner? And it's going to be side by side. Black Widow versus Lucas 36. This is for second place. A little bit of contact there. A little bit of a slide. Apex Streeter Tom trying to take advantage here now of the battle. And he's going to slot up in between Black Widow and Lucas 36 there. Jakey in fifth place here. He's just sitting in behind watching all this going down. Doesn't want to get in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he is now on the back bumper of Lucas 36. But that has allowed DDR IT43 now to draw into this battle. This has now become a five-way battle for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth place. A little bit of a wiggle there from DDR IT. Now that's going to allow Tom the Tech to start coming in, and boy, the pack is catching up. Dirty Harry here in 9th place. We got Larry Birch in 10th. We've got Doug Barrow here in 11th. Tattooed here in 12th position. We got Cursed in 13th, and Miss Devious here in 14th position. Alright, so it is Paymay now again. Tire compounds, strategies, everything going to come into play here. This is very early race. We cannot judge what's going to happen in this race with what we're seeing in the first 10 minutes of this race. We're not really going to have an idea of what's going to happen in this race as far as who's got the best shot for a win, I'm going to say, until the last 20 to 15 minutes when that final pit stop factors into our race. Paymay and Jakey should be in a different class. Well, we don't have enough A-plus drivers to fill a proper elite division, so essentially we've just thrown the pros and the quote-unquote elite drivers into one series. So our A-plus drivers are technically considered pro-elite in the pro class here. So the A-plus drivers and the A drivers are all mixed in together here to make up this pro class. And again, just because we didn't have quite enough of those A-plus drivers come in this season, so it is what it is. But you know what? The pros really don't mind. They're up to the task because all it does is make the pros faster as well. So, and you know, some of these A drivers won the races last week as well. So with that being said, noted as well. the A drivers did beat some of the A plus drivers last week, so it's just a letter. It comes down to racecraft, pace, strategy, consistency, and these drivers are the best at what they do in sim racing, and that's why they're in the top division at the end of the day. Apex Bar 27 here, he's in 8th place right now. We've got Dirty Harry here in 9th. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch in 10th. We've got Doug Burrow here in 11th. We got Tattooed Free currently sitting in 12th. We got a Curse reeling him in here 2 seconds down the road. We got Misdevious here about 1 minute behind the leader here right now, and 36 seconds from ATK Curse here right now. But again, strategy might be doing a little fuel conservation here now at this point. The one-stop strategy might have to be something that's being considered from our Porsche driver. He is on the soft tires against those medium tire runners in behind him though, Anthony. He is on a tire advantage here in the first stint, so we'll see how much that changes throughout the next set of pit stops. And of course it depends on what tire compound he opts to go with as well. But it's Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom here in 2nd place, and leading the way with all the medium drivers is Black Widow back up into 3rd here. So Streeter Tom's found his way around Black Widow, and she's still up ahead of Lucas 36 here. So Lucas 36 still chasing in 4th position. We got Jakey here in 5th place, and he's just settled in right now to his race. DDRIT 43 here in 6th, Tom the Tech in 7th. Those top 6 drivers really it was 2nd to 6th place especially, really just trying not to make even the little mistake right now. Don't want to lose any pace on the one in front, and don't want to give anything to the driver in behind, so they're really locked in right now up in that front pack. Apex Racing Bar 27 here in 8th place with Dirty Harry in 9th and Larry Birch here in 10th, and we got a nice second little pack tidying up here. They're really starting to tighten up. From there, pardon me ladies and gentlemen, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. From there we got Doug Burrow here in 11th, we got Tattooed Freak in 12th, we've got ATK Cursed here in 13th, we got Misdevious here rounding out the field. So, rockin', rollin' are all 14 of these race cars. Oh, absolutely, I agree, Anthony, 100%, 100%. There's always somebody faster, and that's just the way it is. Even when you think you're number 1 in the world, there's still somebody faster at a particular racetrack car combo than you may be. You know, that's just the way it goes. It's give a little, take a little. So, got to put in the work, and you just gotta do the best you can. And at the end of the day, is where you are at the end of the day. The big important thing is, and we stress this a lot, is we just at the end of the day, yes, we're competing hard here, we're racing hard here, but at the end of the night, and at the end of the day, in the morning, we want the drivers to wake up with a smile on their face, thinking about the great battles they had on the racetrack. We don't want a bad experience with the drivers. So as long as they're having fun, at the end of the day, that's really what matters at the most at the end of the day, and that's why we do what we do, because it seems like the community really enjoys just having the clean racing environment to compete in. We got Black Widow here in 3rd place, and she's lost a little bit of pace to Streeter Tom here. So Streeter Tom's starting to move and groove with that Porsche 911 RSR at the moment here. The Lucas 36, who we know has incredible pace right now, he's just settled down a little bit here, so he's maybe playing a little bit of strategy. He's like, okay, just manage this gap here right now. Let's see what happens after the first round of pit stops. We should start seeing pit stops, I would assume, within the next any time, depending on the tires I guess some of these drivers are on. But again, the pro drivers, they can take these things right down to the wires and maintain pace, so it's really quite incredible to watch. Got a couple of cones on the driving surface there. Tom the Tech here in 7th, we got Dirty Harry here in 8th, we've got Larry Birch here in 9th, we got Doug Barrow in 10th. Race control must deem that they're just enough out of the way there that they're not going to go out and deal with that. So there we go, we got Bar 27. Ooh, big damage on this race car here, and that's going to be an early pit stop here for Bar 27 than most likely intended. And that's going to allow Misdevious to gain a little bit of ground here, so it's never over till it's over, and that's just the way it is. Herb coming in with that thumbs up on the stream. How are you doing, my guy? It has been a hot minute, and I hope you're doing fantastic. SV Payme here in 1st place. We got Streeter Tom here in 2nd, and boy, he's moving right now. He is looking real solid. Coming from the DMJ Choice of Weapons series, it seems like he's found a little more pace all of a sudden here over the last few weeks. We have PX7's Black Widow, and I don't know much about this driver. I've seen her race a few times. I knew she had some pace in her, but boy, oh boy, she is topping. She's competing at the top level of this lobby here right now. So go get some. Got Lucas 36 here in 4th place. We got DDRIT up into 5th. So having a great run here for D-Dot Racing right now. We got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey, and he is trying to close in on IT43 here. So DDR has made a way around Jakey. So Jakey dropping a spot there. Dirty Harry and Tom the Tech here having a good little battle. So Tom the Tech making up some distance here now, and Dirty Harry closing in as well. So great battles starting to develop all through the racetrack here. We got Larry Birch, he's about 1.6 seconds ahead of Accursed right now, about 1 second in behind Dirty Harry, and Doug Barrow is right there as well. So the drivers starting to close in on each other here as tire wear is starting to set in, as fuel's starting to loosen, lessen, pardon me, up in these cars. Are starting to get a little bit more nimble, a little bit more quick, so some of these cars are starting to feel all right here around the racetrack. We got Misdevious up in the 13th, grabbing that position from bar 27 after his pit stop there, and he comes out just in behind Paymay there. So a lap down at the moment here until Paymay makes a pit stop. So Paymay is not stopping this time around, though. He's going to continue on around the racetrack. Paymay's fastest lap is a 1:18.143. It's currently the fastest lap on the racetrack. Streeter Tom here in second place, and is 12.9 seconds, so 13 seconds to gap. Now remember, our leader is on soft racing tires at the moment, and the rest of the packet behind is on the racing medium tires. So he opted to start on the soft tire, open up a gap, and try to maintain that gap throughout the duration of the race. Not a terrible strategy. He's a driver that has the pace and can definitely manage it, but it's got to be almost a picture-perfect flawless race for him in order to really pull it off properly. So we'll have to see what he's got. His pit stops are starting to be made slowly but surely here as the drivers are coming around. So different manufacturers, different fuel consumption models, different tire wear rates on all these race cars. Again, the Toyota Supra is a banned car here. Basically all Group 3 Toyotas are banned this season, and all the Vision Gran Turismo cars are also banned this season. Genesis is not a Vision Gran Turismo car, is a valid car for the season. We've had this discussion throughout the Discord here over the last few days as well, because everybody was a little unsure about that, but it is a legitimate GT3 race car within the Gran Turismo 7 platform anyways. Black Widow here in third place. We've got Lucas 36 here in fourth. We've got Jakey here in fifth. We've got Tom the Tech here in sixth. We've got Dirty Harry here in seventh. We've got Doug Barrow in eighth. We've got ATK Kursky having a moment on the racetrack right there and dropping 2 spots immediately to Larry Birch and Freak right there. And oh boy, that was a tough hit there. And I'm sorry, my man, but we got to see what happened there. So let's go take a look at what happened here to ATK Kirsten's 2016 Mercedes GT3 race car here. He was reeling in Doug and just got a little too early on the accelerator there, and he just couldn't quite keep that car underneath of him. And boy, goes into the wall hard, and I think we're going to be seeing a pit stop here from this driver when he comes back around at the finish off this lap here, and he's just coming through there right now. So it's right near about that time where the driver's pit window is starting for a 2-stop strategy here anyways, so may have to alter his strategy just slightly if he's not quite where he wants to be, but definitely doesn't want to carry that damage around the racetrack for a couple more laps. That is a lot of suspension and aerodynamic damage on the front and rear of that race car there. So we'll bring it in, get that crew, we'll change up the clip, front clip and rear clip, and they'll take a look at the suspension, do what they can, and then we'll send them right on back out. So it's Black Widow here now in second place, Tom here in first place. We got Lucas 36 here in third, Tom the Tex here in fourth, Dirty Harry's in fifth, we got Doug in sixth, Larry in seventh, Freak in eighth. Paymay came out in ninth after that pit stop. He's going to opt to come out on another set of soft racing tires. We got DDR IT43 here in 10th position, with Jakey still battling with him there, right there in behind in 11th. We've got Miss Devious here currently sitting in 12th position. She's got some front end damage on that racing car again, so struggling a little bit here around Road Atlanta today. We got Apex Bar 27 here in 13th, and we got ATK Curse now getting that car sorted out here after his little bit of a tough moment on the racing track. So even the pros make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. That's just racing. That's racing. 2 mediums and softs today. It's a soft and medium tire requirement, but with the fuel and the tire settings and the distance of the race, it's going to be a 2-stop race strategy wise for fastest time around the track in the 50 minutes is what it seems like based off testing and general information from the community of drivers, of course. So we're going to sequence pit stops here right now, so of course we're going to see these positions change up quite a bit here. Paymay's moved back up into 5th place. He should retain the lead back, obviously, once all the other drivers make their pit stops here. You see Black Widow pit right in behind Lucas, comes right back out in behind Lucas 36. DDRIT is right there in 8th place. Doesn't get the undercut done, but he's still right there in behind those drivers. Jakey's right there with him still. Dirty Harry here in 10th place, and looks like he's going to take advantage maybe of the undercut here a little bit and grab a couple of spots. We got Freak coming out of pit lane here. We got Miss Devious in pit lane here, and she's going to make a stop here as well, a stop. We got ATK Cursed here in 14th position. Alright, so Streeter Tom now coming into pit lane, so he's going to relinquish the lead here to Tom the Tech, but Tom is also going to come into pit lane here as well. Are we going to see Doug come in? We may see Doug stay out 1 or 2 more laps here. I know how this driver is. He is going to stay out for another lap, so he's going to take the race lead here from Streeter Tom and continue on around for another lap here. We've got Larry Birch coming in. Paymay is obviously going to go around. He made a pit stop a lap, 2 laps ago there, so his tires are just starting to feel good underneath him here now. Lucas 36 here in 6th place, and Black Widow still chasing. IT 43 right there in 8th with Jakey in 9th, still in tow. So those 4 drivers still fairly close together, just a little bit more separation. That's due obviously to pit strategies, fuel, how much fuel they took. Tire change is pretty similar across the board from these crews, but it comes down to how many liters of fuel each one of these drivers takes for this particular stint. So some may come out quickly, some might come out a little bit later just because they took a bigger fuel load. It's going to be really interesting to see how it all works out here tonight. Track eats softs quick. It does. It's yeah, the left tires especially, absolutely. We can see that. You can see how hard the left tires are really taking a beating here around the racetrack. So 2.5 seconds in behind Doug Barrow here is Paymay. So Paymay's starting to reel Doug Barrow in here now, and Doug Barrow's definitely on some older racing tires, and Paymay is here. Streeter Tom is 11 seconds behind, so no time gained, no time lost here from Streeter Tom on Paymay. Lucas 36 is 4.3 seconds in behind Streeter Tom. We have Black Widow 1.7 seconds in behind him, and DDR IT 43 coming. Less than half a second, so a car length separating these 2 drivers here right now. Let's stick with DDR's IT 43 here as he tries to catch up to PX7's Black Widow, now VPR, Victory Pace Racing. It just says PX7 on the screen because that's for PSN, but she is with Victory Pace Racing now. That's how she's registered in the Discord server. Alright, IT43 lost some time right there. A little bit of a wiggle coming up the hill there, and Black Widow just drives away a little bit there. Gains that half second right back on him. And gains a little bit of time back on Lucas 36 there as well. So interesting thing happening there. We got Jakey here. He's about 2.2 seconds off IT43 here now. And, got it. We got Dirty Harry here in 8th place. We got Tom the Tech in 9th. We got Larry here in 10th position. We got Bar 27 in 11th with Freak right there in 12th place in behind him. We've got ATK Accursed here in 13th position. And Miss Devious just tucked right in behind Doug there in 14th position. I think that our live timing's a little bit mixed up. That's what I think. Oh, Doug hasn't pitched yet. Oh, okay. She's trying to get her lap back from Doug Barrow here right now. So I do suspect Doug's going to be pitting here this time. So let's see if he can hug that inside line of 11 here. He's going to put his signal light on to signal to Miss Devious that he's going to come into pit lane there. That was a great reaction right there. Miss Devious is going to get that back on Doug here, and Doug's now going to come into pit lane and make a pit stop here. So coming in from 2nd place, so it's Paymay, 7.2 seconds. No, 11 seconds ahead, 12 seconds ahead of Apex Streeter Tom, who's now in 2nd place. Doug's going to drop a couple spots here. We got Lucas 36 in 4th, Black Widow in 5th. We got DDR IT 43 here in 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Basically nose to tail with each other here right now. Jakey moves up ahead into 6th place ahead of Doug. Let's see where Doug comes out here. Dirty Harry going to grab a spot. Looks like it as well. Tom the Tech here. He's coming around in 9th position. Where is Tom the Tech? He is at paces. He's just coming around the first corner here. Pit exit is just outside of turn 1 here. And it looks like he's just going to sneak out ahead of Doug Barrow here, as Doug is still, of course, at pit lane speed. So the Doug is going to come out. Oh, Larry Birch is going to come out and try and squeeze that steal spot there from Doug as well. And he is going to get it. So Doug Barrow coming out in 10th place here. And I think that's 1 spot ahead of where he was before the sequence started. So Bar 27 here in 11th. We got Tattooed Freak tucked right in behind there in 12th place. We got a Curtis 2.2 seconds in behind him. As Devious here, 30 seconds now in behind those drivers. So as the pit stop sequence through here, not a whole lot has changed. Hey, you'll be fine, Anthony. You'll be fine, my dude. You'll be my. The dentists aren't there to hurt you. They're there to help you, my guy. Just remember that. Alright, Paymay here in 1st place. We got Streeter Tom in 2nd position. We got Lucas 36 here in 3rd. We got Black Widow in 4th and IT 43 in 5th. And this is basically nose to tail between 3rd and 5th place here right now. Less than a second separating the 3 cars. And you can see IT43 just taking a modified line through the S's, and that's just to try to clean racing air in the race car so it navigates through the corners the way he wants that car to do. He doesn't want to lose any time on these two drivers, but he also has to consider that the car is not going to turn in if he's sitting too close to the car in front, so you can see him bobbing and weaving around a little bit. And that's just to try and get a little bit of clean air into the racing car so the front end of that car bites when he hits the brake pedal. That would be really cool, Kill. That would be really cool. That would change things huge. That would change things huge. We'll see what happens. Alright. Lucas 36 and Black Widow side by side here. Lucas taking that inside defensive line, but in a sense it's kind of the outside line coming into the first part of the chicane here. And here we go. We're going to go side by side through the chicane. Lucas 36 looking for the big run here, and he does get the run, but she parks the car right where he's unable to get around him there. And oh, he takes a little peek there, and here we go, getting some fresh air into that racing car there. And here we go, Black Widow now moves up into third place. Lucas 36 drops back into fourth. That was a great pass right there by the VPR driver, Black Widow. And it is battle on between these three drivers, and I think this is going to be a beauty of a battle here as this race gets older. 25 minutes left on the clock, and these three, they're shaping up to finish off with a juicy battle here. Let's see this develop, guys. Go get it. We got Jakey at 6th place. He's trying to close in on this fight here as well in that Lamborghini Huracan. We got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Tom the Tech in 8th. We got Doug Burrow up into 9th, so he's gotten ahead of somebody. Tattooed Freak here in 11th, ATK Kirsten 12th. We got Larry Birch here in 13th, and he must have made a mistake as he's now chasing ATK Kirsten 1 second in behind him. His DB is chasing here, 28 seconds of gap, so she is working hard to close it in here, but that early damage definitely putting her on the back foot here. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Icer? We got Intercontinental Esports Group up in the house. Paulie B coming in with the thumbs up. We got Lee Golf coming in with the sub over on YouTube. Welcome to the Winner Circle community, my guy. We appreciate all that support. Stay winning. Yeah, do that, Kill. You can post right in the Discord if you want, my guy. We got Payme here in 1st place. We got Apex Streeter Tom here in 2nd. We got Black Widow in 3rd. We got Lucas 36 here in 4th. We got DDRIT 43 here still sitting behind him in 5th. And Black Widow opening up a little bit here on the 4GT race car, and the GTR in behind as these two are starting to battle it out here for 4th and 5th place. But are they battling, or are they just trying to stay nice and close together to continue to push back up to that Genesis driver of Black Widow up in front here, currently holding the 3rd and final podium spot? Far from over, I'm sure. Alright, so it's IT43 here, and he is tucked right in behind Lucas 36. And a great battle going on here right now between, well, it was these three drivers. Black Widow has graciously opened up a small little gap here right now and can breathe just slightly. I wouldn't say comfortably, but she can breathe just a little bit at the moment as those two seem like they're getting ready to spice it up there behind her there. We got Tom the Tech in 8th place. We got Doug Burrow in 9th. We got ATK's Accursed here in 10th place, and he has a whole pack on him here. Followed by Tattooed Freak, Larry Birch, and Bar 27. So 3 Apex drivers hounding the ATK driver here right now. MS Devious here in 14th position, and just maintaining right now. Maintaining. Points are still points any way you spin it. So pushing that Porsche around the track as quick as she can. Alright, so it is Payme here in 1st place. It's Streeter Tom here in 2nd. It's Black Widow in 3rd. It's Lucas 36 here in 4th. It's IT43 in 5th, and he is still tucked up underneath that rear wing of that Ford GT. And you can see it's taking different lines through the corners, and that's just, again, that's the signs of an experienced racer is what that is here, especially on the Gran Turismo 7 platform. DDRIT43 100% understands the dirty air factor in racing behind another car, and you can see that. He's showing it. He is exactly textbook 101 basic driving behind another car racing skills here being shown by DDRIT43 right now. He knows exactly what corners he needs to worry about it and what corners he can stay in behind that car, and it's showing because he's right there staying right with Lucas 36 the whole way through. But this is allowing Apex Jakey to close in bit by bit by bit. 2.2 seconds. It was almost 3 last time we were through the field here, so he is reeling those drivers in. We've got Dirty Harry here. He's in 7th place, and he's in a pretty decent spot, really. I mean, obviously every driver wants to get as many positions as they can, but he has no immediate pressure behind him. 13-second gap to Tom the Tech, and he's got 8 seconds to Jake up in front. So Right now, it's all about putting your head down, taking advantage of that clean racing air, no pressure, no battling, and really utilize everything that race car has to offer here today. We got Tom the Tech. He's much in the same position right now. He's got a little gap here in between him and the next driver, Doug Burrow, in 9th place, and then it changes. Now the drivers start to get much closer together here again, as ATK Kirst is just 1 second in behind Doug Barrow here currently right now. We've seen that tough incident from him, so he's having a pretty good recovery drive here so far from that. We've got Apex's Larry Birch here in 11th. We've got Tattooed Freak here in 12th place. We've got Bar 27 here in 13th. And we've got TT Miss Devious here in 14th position. Gained 5 seconds there. She's gained 5 seconds there last time we were through the grid. Let's go IT43. We appreciate all the support. Hope everybody's having a great time. And I see 31 current live viewers up on the stream right now. Welcome in, everybody. 31 different households viewing right now. We appreciate all that support, and that is a long-standing running record here for Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition. It's a fun little spin we're putting on the broadcast here this season. Which class is going to hold the most live viewers throughout the season during a racing broadcast? Right now, pros leading the way with 31. Apex Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. He's got 11 seconds to Paymay, so Paymay's going to have to jump on that medium tire his next tire stint, and the roles are going to reverse where these other drivers may very well jump on the soft tire. I'm only speculating. I don't know what the strategy is from each driver. That's just a base strategy of kind of what is everybody's working off of, I guess is a good way to explain it. DDRIT43 has worked his way around Lucas 36 here now and gotten up into 4th place. So Lucas 36 here in 5th. So now can IT43 reel Black Widow in and lose through Lucas 36. And Jakey coming in behind Lucas 36 here right now and still gaining. Took another half second out of those two drivers up ahead. Tom the Tech here in 8th place and had a rough run last week, but he's changed up that car and he's jumped into this car this week, and he is looking much more comfortable behind the wheel of his Honda NSX here this week. And we're going to get that driver of the day vote up here pretty soon. We got ATK Kirst here in 9th place. We got Doug Barrow here in 10th. We've got Larry Birch here in 11th. We've got Tattooed making his final stop going for the undercut here. We got Bar 27. Much of the same thing. We got Miss Devious coming through here. She's on that racing soft tire right now, and she's got 23 seconds. So that girl is working hard right now to catch up after that. I'm assuming early race incident. I'm not sure if it was just a self-involved incident, if it was another car, but nonetheless, definitely losing some time on track, costing a pit stop for a new front clip for that Porsche 911 RSR, and she's been chasing the pack since. So unfortunate start there for her, but still on track, still giving it everything she's got. Well, just in case, I'm gonna jump off screen and get the AM class shared. Apex Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. It's PX7 Black Widow. Hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit icer. In 3rd position, we got DDRIT43 here in 4th place. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to lie, the Pro-Ams are leading the way when it comes to views. So, just saying. Lucas 36 here in 5th place. Jakey here in 6th. We got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Tom the Tech in 8th. We got ATK Kirst here in 9th position. We got Doug Barrow holding up the top 10, but he has Larry Birch hot on his heels. Miss Devious now up into 12th with those pit stops from Bar 27 and Tattooed Freak here. We got blue flags being waved as I believe that's Paymay coming through those drivers here, and our race leader who still has that 11-second gap here on Streeter Tom, but boy, he has not been able to open that up. So Streeter Tom's doing a really great job at managing that gap from Paymay. They're on the same tire here as well, so they just goes to show the pace of the two drivers. Got Black Widow here in 3rd place, and she's doing a fantastic job here, showing some pretty good consistency in that Hyundai as well, and looking to get her first podium of the season here in her first race of the season as well. We got DDRIT43, 6.2 seconds in behind. Boy, she made a charge while those two were battling for 4th and 5th place in behind. Lucas 36 here in 5th. We got Jakey now coming into pit lane. He's going to go for an early stop here as well in 7th. That's going to put Tom the Tech coming through here. Can he grab that spot from Jakey as Jakey's making that pit stop? Now, these drivers are not going to necessarily be taking a full tank of fuel on this pit stop. They're going to be trying to maximize the weight in that car and make it as quick as possible here in this final 16 to 15 minutes left in the race here. So Tom the Tech, I don't know if he's going to grab that spot yet. He is going to get that spot on the Jake there. So ATK Curse is coming around here. Doug Barrow's in 9th. We got Larry here in 10th position. Jakey's still in pit lane there, and he's just coming out now. Miss Devious here in 12th, Bar 27 and 13th, and Freak here in 14th position. But it is Paymay leading the way here. We're we'll start sorting out our driver of the day vote. So we're going to sit with our current race leader here for the minute while we set all this up. This vote will be available on Facebook and YouTube. Alright, so we do have Streeter Tom just coming into pit lane here now as well, so our second place driver. So a lot of undercut, overcut kind of style strategy being played out here right now. Alright, who are our votees? Thinking, chat. We're thinking, chat. We're thinking. So hard to pick only 4 out sometimes. It really, really is, based off of what's happening on the track throughout the race. Poll is up on Facebook here, everybody. We're going to set that up over on YouTube now and watch this exact same thing. Let's get the same options going over here. Alright, poll is up on Facebook and YouTube. So the viewers driver of the day vote is up, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not necessarily based off who the fastest driver on the racetrack is or who's having the best consistent race. It's based off who we feel deserves a vote for 2 points here tonight. And we have ATK cursed up there with that incident on the racetrack and doing pretty well, currently trying to recover here, sitting in the top 10. We have Black Widow in her debut race on the list here as well. We got Lucas 36 on the docket here tonight. Has been racing and traveling for 5 days straight and is still here to compete tonight. And we've got Tom the Tech here coming in with a brand new car and showing great top 6 pace here tonight. So that is the 4 votes up and available today. So whatever platform it is that you're viewing on here, whether it be Facebook or YouTube, that vote will remain up until driver interviews. Alright, so Paymay comes out. He's on that slower compounded tire. He's got 8 seconds on Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom, who did a 1-lap undercut there, gaining some time. Tom the Tech is up into 3rd place, but he's going to have to make a stop shortly. That's going to leave Black Widow there to take 3rd place back. DDR IT43 here in 5th position. We got Jakey right there still in behind, chasing in 6th. We got Lucas 36 here in 7th. We got Dirty Harry here in 8th, right in behind. We got Doug coming into pit lane, coming out of pit lane here currently. That leaves ATK at Curse coming around the final corner here right now, and he's going to settle in just behind Doug Barrows. Doug Barrow comes out of pit lane there, so that may draw those 2 drivers quite close together. We've got Larry Birch here in 11th position with Bar 27 there in 12th place. We got Freak here in 13th and Miss Devious just in behind, 7 seconds. So Miss Devious could have easily made that vote too here, as she is really starting to make that time up here in this final stint. She has said, you know what, I'm sending it now, boys. Look out, I'm coming. Got to give it to the Iron Man driver. Hey, it's up to each each driver. It's up to each viewer, and the vote is to yours and yours alone. All right, so Payme leading the charge here, and 7.8 seconds. So Apex Rim Racing Streeter Tom has 11 minutes and 15 seconds, 14-13 to chase Payme down. Can he do it? Black Widow, much of the same task as Streeter Tom up in front of her here. 9.5 seconds is the gap, and she's got 7.2 seconds to DDRIT43 in behind. Apex Jakey now here up into 5th place, so grabbing a spot here now after the pit stops have kind of siphoned themselves through. We have Lucas 36 up into 6th. We got Dirty Harry here up into 7th place. He's having a good race tonight as well. Tom the Tex coming out here in 8th position. Yes. No, yes, yes. Alright, Doug Barrow here in 9th with ATK. Curse right on his heel here, and I knew that was going to be close as Doug was coming out of pit lane and ATK Curse was coming into this sector at race speed, so he is tucked right in behind Doug Barrow there, battling for 9th and 10th place. We got Larry Birch here again in 11th. We got Bar 27 here in 12th. We've got Freak in 13th position. He's getting way to blue. I'm not sure who's behind him there. I think it's Miss Devious tucked right in behind. Oh, nope, it's a Porsche. Must be Streeter Tom. And Black Widow now coming up in behind Miss Devious here as well. So a little bit of lap traffic starting to come into play here at the end of the race. It is SV Payme though here right now looking to secure this win. It's 7.8 seconds right now to Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom. So far keeping the charge back from Streeter Tom. He's just coming up on Tattooed Freak here as well. So again, drivers navigating a little bit of lap traffic here currently as well. Black Widow here in 3rd position. She's still got Miss Devious up in front of her there as well. We've got IT43 here in 4th place. We got Jakey here in 5th. He's 4.8 seconds. Lucas 36 is only 2.5 in behind Jakey, and that's 3.2 seconds to Dirty Harry here from VPR Racing. Tom the Tech from Flying Fox here, he's got a little bit more work to do, but right now I think his battle is going to be with the 9th and 10th place drivers, Doug Barrow and ATK Cursed. If they keep playing nice like they are, they may reel him in before that 9-minute timer runs down to 0. Cursed in 10th place here, he's lost a little bit of time to that NSX up in front. Larry Birch here in 11th position. We got Bar 27 here in 12th. We've got Tattooed Freak here in 13th, and we've got Miss Devious here rounding out the field in 14th position. So it is Payme leading the way, though. That 7.9 seconds, the Hamilton strategy, so to speak, coming into play here. And again, like I said, it needs to be almost perfect to pull it off properly here. And so far, it looks like he's had a pretty picture-perfect race. So it's Black Widow here in 3rd position. It's IT43 here in 4th. It's Jakey in 5th. It's Lucas 36 here in 6th. It's Dirty Harry here in 7th. Tom the Tech in 8th. Doug in 9th. Cursed in 10th. Half-second track limit penalty there. Not going to help his chase any. Larry Birch here in 11th. Going to help his chase a little bit, though, too. ATK Cursed up in front of him here for that final top 10. We got Bar 27 here in 12th. We got Tattooed Freak in 13th and Miss Devious here in 14th position. 6.4 seconds is the gap, and she still has Black Widow just tucked in behind her back bumper here, but clearly, obviously, you can see Miss Devious has pace. All these drivers have the pace to win these races. It's just all depends on how the race happens for these drivers. And an alien driver, that's true. Well, look at like a Black Widow gonna bare minimum take fastest lap. She could. 117.8 right now, fastest lap on the track. Payme gets out with medium tires. Oh boy, look out. Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. We got Black Widow in 3rd. We got IT43 here in 4th. And she's really closing in on the Porsche driver there up in front at the moment. We have Jakey here in 5th place. We got Lucas 36 in 6th. We got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Tom the Tech in 8th. We got Doug in 9th. We've got Accursed. Still got that half-second track limit penalty. He's going to be forced to serve that penalty here just as they come around this next corner. You can see he's getting the warning right now from, of course, that electronic enforcement penalty serving zone here on the racetrack, and we're going to see him just decelerate for half a second here is what's going to happen. So that race control cuts that engine power off. Boop. Half a second gone, power back on, driver gets to go. SV Payme here in 1st. We got Streeter Tom in 2nd, 7.7 seconds. Don't know if he's going to reel Payme in or not here. Black Widow in 3rd position. Still got that Porsche driver up in front there. We got IT43 in 4th position. We got Jakey in 5th, 4.9 seconds, and it's basically gap management for all these drivers right now. Lucas 36 starting to reel Jakey in. Up in 6th place here, Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Tom the Tech in 8th. We've got Doug Barrow in 9th. We got ATK Cursed here in 10th. We've got Larry in 11th. We got Bar 27 in 12th. We got Freak in 13th, and we've got Miss Devious here in 14th position. Alright, but Pepe doing what Pepe does. He's just controlling the pace of the race here right now. He is holding it down. He's having a fantastic race, isn't he? Dirty Harry we're talking about here, just for everybody viewing at home and wondering what we're talking about here, is we're just kind of responding to some of the viewers' comments as they chime in here on what's happening throughout our race. We got Streeter Tom here in 2nd place, and he has good pace, but Pepe is just controlling the race here. Black Widow here currently sitting in that final podium position here tonight, and looking strong. She has gotten around Miss Devious there. RIWT2 here in 4th position and 7.8 seconds, so not losing a lot of pace on Black Widow, but definitely not gaining any either. Jakey's lost a little bit of pace here on IT43 up in front as well. We got Lucas here in 6th position. We got Dirty Harry here in 7th. We got Tom the Tech here in 8th. We got Doug in 9th, and he is being chased by ATK Cursed, who is being chased by Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch. So 9th, 10th, and 11th starting to tighten up here, nice and cozy to have a little battle here maybe by the end of this race as well. Bar 27 here in 12th, we got Freak at 13th, and we got Miss Devious here in 14th position. 5.2 seconds in behind, 5 minutes left. Second lap, she might be able to have a chance to try and fight for a position here at the end of the race. She's done a great job catching up though to the back end of the pack though. So GG's and good honor for a huge push here in this final stint of the race. Just playing strategy out to try and do everything she can here. So giving it everything she's got, giving it the beans. All right, Pepe though. Speaking of beans, this guy is full of them right now as this car is just flying around this racetrack. Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. Again, he's just got 4.5 more minutes of keeping this thing on the racing surface, and it should be a P2 finish for him. We got Black Widow here in 3rd place, and much of the same thing for her. It's just control the car for 4 minutes and 19 more seconds. IT43 here in 4th place. He looks like he's going to fall just a little shy of the podium here tonight. We got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here in 5th place, and Lucas 36 is closing in here. So we've seen Jakey just steal 2nd place from Lucas 36 in Sprint Race 2 last week, as Lucas 36 just ran out of fuel there, and well, Lucas 36 is going to get that spot back from Jakey as he goes a little bit wide there. Coming around the corner, and he's going to lose that position there. Dirty Hair here in 7th place. Lots of gap there, but live timing dropper real quick. Ooh, a little excitement there. The heart gets beaten for that driver, and he just doesn't know what happened to that driver in front, but the time has just dropped. Tom the Tech here in 8th position, having a good race with that car change here tonight as well. Doug Burrow in 9th, ATK Cursed in 10th, and Larry Birch in 11th. And boy, this battle's really starting to kick off here with just under 3.5 minutes remaining. We're going to see 2 more laps around this racetrack from these drivers when they come back across the start-finish line here. And this is going to have to be something we're watching for here. I think we got a little spicy happening there in the back part of the field here today. We got Tattooed Freak here in 12th position. We got Miss Devious here in 13th, and Bar 27 making a mistake at some point. Ooh, having to make a pit stop, and 3-second penalty right at the end of the race. Not ideal for that poor driver, and that's going to end his charge. So there we go. 18 on mediums is fire. We do have yellow flag up in front of our race leader here, and it looked like that was ATK Accursed right there, making the mistake there. So that was our 10th place driver, now our 11th place driver here, and let's see what happened to ATK Accursed here. Oh, we just missed it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll catch it in the highlight video, that much I assure you. Alright, so it's SV Pepe here in the lead. What do we got left on the clock? 2 minutes, 25 seconds. This is going to be the second last lap here for these drivers. Apex Streeter Tom here in 2nd. We got Black Widow in 3rd. Nothing has changed there. IT43 here in 4th, holding strong. Lucas 36 getting ahead of Jake there, with Jake going a little bit wide. Jake must have made another mistake, because Dirty Harry's going to benefit here, and now he's going to move up into P6. So a position gain there. Ooh, and we got a dead rear tire here on this Lamborghini Huracan, and I think that's where the struggle is here for this driver right now. He's got to go around 2 more times on that dead soft tire, and Tom the Tech is 20 seconds in behind, so it is going to be a tough final run here for Apex Sim Racing's Jakey in that Huracan. We got Doug here in 9th place. He's still doing a good job at holding off Larry Birch here in 10th. Larry Birch moving up to the top 10 with that whatever happened to a curse there in 11th position. Stevie is now only 16 seconds in behind him here up into 12th place. Bar 27's here in 13th, and Tattooed Freak here making a pit stop as well. Needed a little splash and dash perhaps in that car before the end of the race. So lots of interesting things happening here very late in this race. So it is Payme here, as it should be the final time around the racetrack here for Payme. We got Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. He's just coming up through turn 1 right now. Black Widow just coming through turn 1 as well. IT43 following her through here in 4th place as he just comes through the start finish line right now. Lucas 36 coming around here, definitely going to be okay on fuel this time around, making sure of it. Up into 5th place, we got Dirty Harry here in 6th position, and the McLaren driver having a solid run through the field here tonight. For VPR Racing, we got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here in 7th position there. We just seen him going around Tattooed there. We got Tom the Tech in 8th position. He's having a great race here tonight as well. We got Doug Barrow here in 9th. Reserve driver coming in tonight having a good race. Larry Birch here looking to hold out the top 10 here tonight. Maybe even grab 9th place before this thing's over. ATK Cursed here in 11th position. Miss Devious here in 12th. Bar 27 in 13th. And Tattooed Freak here just rounding out the field here. And just trying to get through the race here, I think. Alright, so Payme does not get the checkered flag, so it's going to be a bonus lap for SV Payme here. So a victory lap. Streeter Tom coming with a 2nd place finish here in round 2 of our Pro Class Roving Island World Tour 2 NA edition. It's going to be Black Widow in her debut, rounding out the podium there for 3rd place. So congratulations to Black Widow in her first race of the season. We've got DDR IT43 falling just a little shy of the podium here tonight with a solid 4th place run from him as well. Lucas 36, he's going to bring home that Ford GT in 5th place. And boy, this driver gave it everything he had here tonight. Just fell a little bit short tonight. Dirty Harry coming around for VPR here, and he's just got a couple of corners left. And he's going to lock himself in a 6th place finish. And thank God that clock has ran out, because he would not have the fuel to go around one more time here. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Jakey here, and Tom the Tech is right there. Tom the Tech is on Jakey here right now. Jakey is in a world of struggle right now, just trying to find some traction underneath that left rear tire of this car, and he's just going to hold off the charge of Tom the Tech in that NSX and hold down 7th place. Is going to be Tom the Tech across an 8th there. That was a very close finish right there. We got Larry Birch here in 9th place. Doug Burrow going down to 10th, so Larry just getting it done there and grabbing 1 spot at the end of the race. We got ATK Curse going to finish up in 11th. TT Miss Devious here in 12th place. Apex Bar 27 is going to finish 13th, and Tattooed here rounding out our field here in our 14th final position here today. So that was our 50-minute feature here today. Props to Miss Devious, way to push. Hey, appreciate that. You know, all you can do is just put your head down and keep your laps running, right? So that's exactly what you did, and find yourself a couple extra points along the way. So you can't complain about that. But it's going to be Payme with the clean race and the race win here. So let's go take a little look. All right, so Payme with the win. Streeter Tom here in 2nd place. We got Black Widow fastest lap on the racetrack here with a 1:17.849 tonight in 3rd place. IT43 from D-Dot Racing in 4th. We got Lucas 36, independent driver, in 5th place. We got Dirty Harry from Victory Pace Racing in 6th. Apex Sim Racing's Jakey in 7th. We got Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing rounding out that top 8. Moving down into the grid, it's at Apex Sim Racing is Larry Birch in 9th position, just getting that battle done on Doug Burrow from Team Rad in 10th. ATK Motorsports, of course, coming up with a good recovery after his mid-incident there in 11th. We got Miss Devious here in 12th position after her recovery drive as well. Bar 27 in 13th, and Tattooed in 14th. Both Bar and Tattooed had to make late pit stops there. And ultimately the result of probably where they finished here tonight. If it wasn't for that, it was anybody's game here. Make sure we save out them their replays. Alright, So we are in the podium room, so we're just going to wait for our drivers to get their cars back to pit lane, make their way to the interview booth. So I'm not sure which of the three drivers we're going to hear from here tonight, but we will see. Told you Black Widow was fast. You did. How was that, everybody? How was that race for everybody? That was a doozy tonight, wasn't it? All right, let's toss up some highlights for everybody while our drivers pile in, and then we'll have a chat with our pro class. All right, we are having some technical difficulties here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't noticed, I apologize about the really delayed stream here at the moment. Hopefully, it settles back in so we can do some interviews here for everybody. Oof, well, if it's going to die, I'd rather do it right at the end of the stream than in the middle of the stream. There we go. It seems to be settling back down a little bit here, so my apologies, viewers. My apologies. Alright, we got Black Widow with 5 total votes over there on the Facebook. Oh, and we got a 50-50 split here by ATK Cursed and Black Widow here on the YouTube. So it is going to be Black Widow, recipient of our Driver of the Day award here today as well. So it is 50-50 on YouTube, but Black Widow with a landslide over on Facebook, 71% of the votes. And she's going to take away that extra bonus 2 points here in the pro class round 2 at Roving Island World Tour. So congratulations to Black Widow. All right, what do we got? We got Tom, Payme. Black Widow may not be aware that we do interviews here yet, so let's go talk to our second place driver for the time being, and then we'll go talk to Payme. Right. Can you hear me, gentlemen? Absolutely. Okay, I'm having some technical difficulties, so just bear with for a moment. I'm getting some audio on here. All right. All right, so we are going to start with Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom. He was our second place driver here today, and he worked very hard at trying to catch up to SV's Payme, our race winner here at the end of the night, but just wasn't able to quite to get it done. A little bit of a different strategy played out by our race winner here tonight. It didn't work out in Tom's favor. He tried a great undercut, though, right in that final stint, but just wasn't able to reel in that very quick driver up in front. But great racing again tonight. Very minimal mistakes around a very difficult racetrack. How was it out there? Night racing, cool track temperatures, and a whole lot of fast drivers. Talk us through your race here tonight.
It was a lot of fun. A pain in the butt. From the start, it looked like the way Paymate was working his tires, it looked like he was on softs, which was kind of a good idea, especially since I had to deal with some traffic that kind of slowed us down a little bit at the beginning. But I still continued on with my strategy, which was a solid strategy, I figured. But in the end, it all came down to consistency, and I wasn't putting fast enough laps that I wanted to on the softs consistently, which kind of was the downfall. So I was able to at least keep a gap between second and as much mistakes as I did in practice. Way less time track limit penalties. I think I only got one this time, but overall it was a good race. So
Absolutely, and right at the beginning of the race, you were sitting there right mixed in with that second through sixth place battle there, but not really a battle. It just seemed like everybody was just trying not to lose pace with the driver in front and not really give up anything to the driver in behind. And then, as of course the race progressed, everybody started to just space out a little bit, and it settled in for a pretty calm race finish here tonight. But we head to Mount Panorama for week 3. We have a sprint race set up for next week, ladies and gentlemen that are at home wondering what's going on for round 3 for our pro division. It's going to be a 2 sprint race set up at Mount Panorama next week. So let's talk about the next racetrack for a minute. Mount P, it's you either hate it or you love it. It seems like in sim racing when it comes to the sim racers. So how are you going to prepare for next week's dual race setup on Mount Panorama? And I guess how do you feel about the car around the track?
the car itself, I'm sure is going to handle pretty well. The Porsche, I've put a lot of time into it, so I kind of know how it maneuvers. Even with the latest update, it still kind of feels the same. So thankfully, but I'm not a big fan of Mount Panorama, so I'm going to probably put as much practice time as I can into it to at least stand somewhat of a chance against these top drivers because these guys are a lot of fun to race against, very fast.
Absolutely, and from what I was seeing tonight, even though we had the drivers a little bit spaced out tonight, it didn't seem like any driver was really, so to speak, kind of off pace. It's just the racing happened, and everybody kind of settled in where they settled in the race. But neither driver was really easily gaining or being gained on. It seemed to come down to self-induced mistakes at the end of the race that kind of really changed things up a little bit for some of these racers to give them a chance at another couple extra points by grabbing a position. But you didn't have a whole lot to deal with here. You had Black Widow. I mean, she was really giving you the business there for a while, and then you broke free a little bit and got away. How much of that was on the back of your mind throughout the last 2/3 of that race, knowing that she was right there on you for the first part, and she may be able to close that gap back up at the end of the race?
You hear me now? Is there
All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are having some technical difficulties with Discord, my computer right now. So Tom is still here. Did you hear the question earlier there?
Yeah, about Black Widow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah, she's very consistent. We did a lot of practice racing together throughout the week, and I noticed she does have a very fast, consistent pace, so I was worried about it. She switched up her strategy, though, which kind of at the beginning, which kind of confused me a little bit, but I mean, I was still able to stick with her, thankfully. The dirty air did play a little bit on this track, especially for how quick it is. But overall, I was at least able to keep pace with her. I noticed she does kind of burn a little bit more fuel than I did, so I figured if I at least stuck with her, I may have a chance of beating her out of the pits, which actually did play into my favor, and I was actually at least able to keep a certain distance. But she's very, very fast competitor, and I'm looking forward to more races against her.
Absolutely, and she's not here with the interviews here today, but that's all right. But I mean, great racing. It was a fairly uneventful night for yourself, and of course, the race eventual race winner here tonight. For the most part, you just kind of got out in that clean air, and you didn't really look back. Kind of make sure you just controlled the gap to the next drivers chasing, and come up with good solid points here in the first enduro of the season. So, I guess any last remarks, any shout outs and thank yous.
Shout out to Apex Racing, and then also you GT45. Appreciate what you do, and then also DDR hosting this great series. Always a pleasure to be here, man. A lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate the great racing that this absolutely blazing fast pro class is providing us here so far this season, and we can't wait to see what you're going to bring for us next week at Mount P. And well, let's let them get back to that Apex shed and go hang out with the team and celebrate that P2 here.
Sounds good, buddy. You take care.
All right. Have a good night, my man. All right, so SV Payme, he comes into the series qualified top of all the drivers and unfortunately unable to do the duration of the season, but getting in on track here with the group tonight. I got to call in late here today to fill in for one of our drivers that are missing here tonight, and boy, oh boy, a little lack of information, a lack of practice, but man, this man, he's top tier driver, and he comes in here and controlled the pace of the race. So congratulations, absolutely great racing out there tonight, and playing a little bit of the Hamilton strategy here on the rest of the field tonight, work it out for you. Great racing out there, and talk us through what you were thinking there tonight coming in.
Yeah, not much practice. Also, if you know, I chose the wrong car because I thought this was Group 4, so I had to make a quick change, which only let me get about 5 or 10 minutes of practice in before. But I was able to get a good feel. I was kind of nervous about running mediums, which ended up being the reason I ran the strategy that I did because I had no practice on that. So I was just basically running soft laps for qualifying. But Atlanta, being the track that it is, it's one mistake and you're in the grass, you're in the wall, just with a handful of problems if you're not careful. So I really wanted the P1 in quali, wasn't able to do it, so I just went ahead and went with my gut and then started on the softs, hoping everybody else would start on mediums, and luckily that was the case. This car actually burns a good bit of fuel, so I was pretty nervous after my first pit stop, but luckily on my second stint I went ahead and ran another set of softs, and actually about 2 or 3 laps in, figured out I could pretty much half shift, 3/4 shift, and only lose a tenth or two, maybe 3-4 tenths in a lap, depending on how well the lap went. So I just some mediums for the last stint, and it ended up working out.
Yeah, I mean, good.
Still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you now.
Okay.
We lost about the last minute of that there. If you just want to go ahead and throw it back out there for the viewers there, you were just talking about how you weren't really sure about the mediums, and that's why you ran the 2 soft stints, and then we kind of lost you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the mediums because I had no practice. Ran the first softs, just trying to get out, get ahead, keep some space. Luckily, I was able to. Just went second stint, ran softs again, and I was able, about 2 or 3 laps in, I was able to figure out I could half shift or 3/4 shift and only lose just a couple of tenths a lap. So I ended up doing that and ended up getting probably 2 or 3 extra laps on my softs. And then I just took it easy on the mediums, and it ended up working out pretty good.
Absolutely. And I mean, the second place driver, Streeter Tom, he jumped in a lap earlier than you there to try and jump on the soft tires. He had figured out that you had gone with the dual soft stints to start and I'm going to finish on the mediums. And obviously, in a bid to try and gain some time. And in a sense, it kind of worked. You gained about 4 seconds overall in the undercover with the pit stop. But you just really managed that gap from Tom there on the mediums on the softs. He really actually wasn't able to gain anything on you. So overall, happy with the last minute strategy you kind of threw together there today.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew if whenever he pitted, if I could just get one more pretty quick lap, so I really burned that last lap off as fast as I could. Just squeezed in the pits, and I knew if I come out ahead, then I could really get in that first lap of mediums, get the tires warm, and then keep a steady pace because he would be. I knew within 7-8 seconds he would be pushing really hard and really risking all that he had just to catch up to me. In which catching's one thing, and then passing on this track's a whole different story. So really burned it for the first few laps on those mediums, and then once I saw the pace kind of evening out, I just drove pretty safe. Just wanted to bring it home.
Absolutely, and I mean at that point, when you've just got a few minutes left on the clock, that's every driver's mentality at that point. You know, you're a little bit comfortable. Of course, the team communicating on the radio. You don't need to overdrive right now. You don't need to push the car right now. You have a gap. You're good. You're good. Just bring it home. And today it is SV Paymay standing on the top of the podium. So, good run. And I guess any final remarks and shout outs and thank yous, my man.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Good race to everybody. Good job to Tom
Thanks.
as well and Black Widow. Thank you, DDOT for having me as well. You know, it's a shame I can't race the rest of the season, but one of my teammates has put me on a different league. It's got a little bit of money involved, so not necessarily about the money, just looking to kind of up my pace and see if I can get to that World Tour pace. But yeah, just shout out to the SV guys, and good luck to Robbie and Rush and Nations manufacturers this week in Amsterdam.
Absolutely, and oh yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the World Series going on this weekend. Stay tuned here at GT45 Gaming Discord. There might be some watch parties up during those great events, so we can cheer our favorite drivers on as well. But great drive, a great performance as always, and you look really good out there. And it is unfortunate that we're not going to see you for the rest of the series, but hey, you know what? You got to go off and you got to compete. So good luck in your other series, and get yourself up to that World Tour pace, my guy.
I'm gonna shoot for it, man. I appreciate the kind words, though. Thank you, Timmy.
Hey, we appreciate you. Congratulations on a great race win here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Paymay. He's always very well spoken, and Paymay is one of those drivers within the community who is legitimately really pushing hard to try and get to that top tier level, that World Tour driver level. He's trying very hard to get to the big show, get to the big stage here in the Gran Turismo 7 platform, and that is the World Series Tour event. So we wish him all the luck here. We're definitely rooting for him here at GT45 Gaming and DDR and everybody involved, and we're here to keep pushing him as hard as we can as well on and off the track. So what a great race. I mean, very good, patient, consistent race. We had a couple drivers, I think, in trouble very early on, but other than that, great recovery drives from both those drivers. Just good, solid racing all around from this pro division. Our newest driver, of course, PX7 Black Widow, coming in now, part of the VPR racing team, absolutely showing some huge pace. So the ladies in the series have come in to absolutely ruin the men's dreams and dash their hopes, and that's what we love to see here. Hey, way to go, Pepe. Appreciate you, Herb. But I apologize for the technical difficulties during the interviews, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. My computer has been running very, very warm here tonight, and we'll have to take a look at that. So I do apologize if there were moments where you couldn't hear the drivers or myself. But, technical problems is just the way of the world. So we appreciate everybody. Again, this was presented by DDR, DDOT Racing, his partners LWR Design and DMJ Vroom Room, the legends themselves. I mean, they've been providing us great series down here at GT45 Gaming over there from Europe for the last, about 2 years now. maybe a little less now, and it's been absolutely amazing to watch it grow, develop, and see how much enjoyment that the driving community gets out of it. And at the end of the day, again, like we said, really it comes down to the drivers having fun, and we want the drivers to have fun. Yes, we're competing, we're putting it all on the line. Some series have championship trophies on them in the end. Some are just for fun, and that's the case for this one. We're just out here having fun, but it doesn't change the seriousness of the competition. But at the end of the day, drivers, they come here because they have fun, and that's what we're shooting for. So if you want to get involved, you want to learn more, all you got to do is jump into the GT45 Gaming Discord, and one of the admin staff will point you in the right direction. We still have a couple of drivers that need to get through qualifying runs here yet, so we can figure out which division it is that they're placed in. But we have filled up very quickly here in our 3-split lobby this season, and can't wait to see what tomorrow night Pro-Am class has in store for us. But stay tuned on the Facebook page. We're going to pick out a great moment from the stream here. We're going to throw a short little 30-35 second reel up for everybody just to capture what I feel was one of the greatest moments in the race here tonight, and then we'll have some highlight videos up on the YouTube channel here for everybody to check out in the morning from our AM and our Pro Division classes here as well. And well, thanks for tuning in. You guys lit it up tonight. We were well over 30 live viewers at some points in time in the stream tonight, and that just tells me that you guys are enjoying the racing on the screen. You're enjoying the content, and I thank you all for your support. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, the comments, the follows, the subscriptions. Thanks for just hanging out and watching the race. Even if you're just sitting there silently enjoying the content, never ever really in chat or interacting, that's okay too, because you're still here showing us the love, and that matters just as much as our OGs coming in here lighten up our chats. We really do appreciate everybody. Congratulations to all the drivers. Thanks to all the volunteers behind the scenes that keep this thing going from night to night and week to week and day to day. I can't do it without the team and the stewarding officials, and of course much love to our pro class here today, putting on a great show here at Road Atlanta. But we got one more tomorrow night, so track officials are going to get this tracker ready for tomorrow night's race at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. That qualifying flag drops, and we're going to send our Pro-Am class out, and if they have what they gave us last week, we are in for a treat around Road Atlanta tomorrow night, let me tell you what. But I appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Congratulations to SVPMA, to Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom, and to VPR's Black Widow for our podiums here today. And congratulations to the rest of the field for putting on an outstanding show as always. Is she in a booth? Oh, okay. Oh, she is. Fantastic. You know what? Let's get that going then. Let's talk with Black Widow. All right, there she is. I'm glad somebody said something there. We would have missed you. All right, so we're going to talk to our third place driver here, VPR's Black Widow, and coming in for your first race of the series bonus interview, chat. I guess the biggest question is you're coming into a new series with new drivers. It's the top division. You're not exactly sure what you're coming in against, and you come in and had a fantastic race here tonight. So talk us through it here and let everybody know how it went for you here this evening.
Hello? I'm sorry. Oh, it was good. I kept getting caught behind other drivers, so I couldn't catch Tom. I was right behind him, and then after we pit, I came out and I was just completely swamped with other drivers, and I got around him, but he had just gained so much time. I mean, I didn't have a chance to even get close to him. I did gain time at the end towards him, but there was not enough laps to do it.
Absolutely. And I mean, very early on in the race, Paymay starting on the soft tire broke free from the pack very quickly, but then you were involved in a very tight 5-way, sometimes 6-car battle there for a second, third through all the way to 6th and 7th at points and times. Road Atlanta, tight circuit. Obviously, it's very hard to make a pass out. There's some very narrow sectors here, and all that dirty racing air definitely playing in, but definitely showing that you were ready for the race here tonight on a very short amount of time to prepare. So looked very solid out there. And I mean, how was it racing with the group? I mean, how was the experience for you out there on Road Atlanta this evening?
It was really good because when I lapped a couple of people, 2 or 3, I'm not sure, and they moved over. I got close to them, which was very respectful. And I think when I came out of the pits, somebody was coming up. I kind of moved over for them too. I mean, that's a lot of respect for like the A-class drivers versus some of the lower drivers. You don't get it that much normally, but they're great bunch of guys to race with.
Absolutely, and I gotta tell you, you've put the whole class on notice here today. That is for sure. So we head to Mount Panorama next week. We have a 2 sprint race set up, so there's 2 sets of points available next week with the 2 sprint races. I guess, how do you prepare yourself for that race, and how do you feel about the racetrack itself heading into next week's competition?
I don't even know what the track is. I mean, I
It
haven't looked yet.
Bathurst, it's Mount Panorama.
Bathurst. I don't really have run much on that track, so it's basically practice, practice, practice. That's the only way to do it. you know,
Absolutely, and we say that a lot of the times on the broadcast. Your seat time is important, even for some of the drivers. For example, ATK Kirsten Mistevius out of our tonight's race. Something happened early on in the race, or put him a little bit on the back foot, but instead of just giving up and saying, you know what, I'll try it again next time, you know what, they still put the whole race in. They put that seat time in. They put that experience in. They pushed themselves to their limits to see if they could gain on that next driver and close that gap up. So, and that's what it's all about. And Black Widow is very
yeah,
correct there. It's about the seat time and just putting the time in, no matter what. Sometimes racing bad things happen, and sometimes racing good things happen. But
you
at
know,
at the end of the day, you just got to put your head down and get your mind back in the race, and just, you never know what happens. So, but for you tonight, you didn't have to worry too much about that. You had great pace out there. You had some absolutely great healthy battles out there with some of the top drivers in the division,
yeah.
and showed really great pace for a third place finish. So,
Thanks.
absolutely congratulations. Like I said, we qualified this
Thank
driver
you.
just this weekend as well, so very little time to prepare, but
Yeah,
definitely jumping up the standings quickly here. So lots of time to make up for that missed first week of the season here as well. We have a couple rounds that have double
yeah,
points bonuses on them and stuff like that as well. So she is definitely not out of the charge for this championship here this season. But it was just great racing. Delivery looks good out there. You got lots of compliments on the paint job on the car there as well from some of the community. So they're loving the way it looks out there. And I guess I'm just going to give you the floor here. I mean, you had a great race tonight in your debut, and I'll just let you put any final remarks in there and follow it up with some shout outs if you choose to do so.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a great group to race with. These guys are just terrific. I mean, the competition's there for me, where some other leagues it wasn't. It does get boring when you're always winning constantly. So this is great for me because of their quality of driving, and I'm sure next week's going to be, even better. I mean, shout out to Tom and all the rest of the group, and Dirty Air, which is part of my group, and he's great too. So hopefully we can do a better showing next week. But I really appreciate you guys' time and trouble for doing all the hard work to put this together. I really do.
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming in to join the competition, and I think very quickly you're going to become a fan favorite here at GT45 Gaming, that's for sure. But great racing from you and a great solid start to the season, and we definitely can't wait to see what you're going to bring down in Australia next week for round 3. And well, speaking of that garage, we'll let you get back to the clubhouse with the VPR drivers there and celebrate a little bit. But congratulations on an absolutely great race and drive tonight, and can't wait to see what you're going to bring for
Thank
us.
you. Thank you so much.